Hello and what's up everyone? I'm finally back and I know this is not the kind of video most of you were waiting for. Most of you want me to talk about social justice in video games and in movies, but I've been playing a lot of Gears 5 and Gears of War in general for the past 4 months, and this is just something I need to get off my chest. But don't worry, don't you worry. We'll get there. I will start making more videos from now on, or I will try to make more videos from now on, and the videos will be on SJWs. But first, let's talk about the latest Gears of War title, Gears 5. I love it and I hate it. Gears 5 is a direct sequel to Gears of War 4, and as a standalone title, it would be fine. It would be fine if it wouldn't be a Gears of War game. It would easily be at least a 9 out of 10 for me. But it does take place in the Gears universe, which is unfortunate because the writers of Gears 5 don't have a clue what happened in Gears of War 1, 2, or 3. It looks like they don't know about the lore, and they clearly and quite simply just don't care. Let me put it this way. Gears 5 did not ask consent from the Gears of War trilogy. It just grabbed it from behind and pulled down its pants. Gears 5 grabbed the franchise by the pussy. Gameplay wise, the game is amazing. It's a bit more fast paced than the previous titles, but that's fine in my book. It's also a very good looking game. And the story, well, the story would be fine if it wouldn't take place in the Gears universe because it totally destroys the lore. I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but we all expected to continue playing as JD, the son of no other than Marcus Phoenix himself. But the developers wanted a female protagonist because having male protagonists is wrong and sexist? I don't know, man. Anyways, how do you replace a protagonist? Do you hire writers who know and care about the lore? Nah, way too complicated. Just find a random excuse. Any excuse. It doesn't matter if it fucks up the entire franchise and fills the game with plot holes. Doesn't matter. At least you have a female lead now. You are woke. You are better than anyone else. Because you don't have a male protagonist anymore. The world is now a better and a safer place because Gears of War is not as masculine anymore. Yay! Seriously, let's fill the game with plot holes and come up with a story that doesn't make any sense to anyone who has played the previous titles. Come on, guys. Seriously. Now, some people, me included, feared Kate will be an annoying feminist or something like that, but fortunately, that's not the case. So, bravo there, bravo. Now, the characters of Gears 5 are actually quite well written. JD is amazing, and he's my favorite. Kate was fine as well. She was a bit annoying in Act 2 and in the beginning of Act 3, but other than that, she was pretty cool. The only issues I have with characters and the way they are written are with Faz and Tell. I don't care if they live or die, but the game tries to give you those oh shit bro moments all the time. Those moments fall flat though because Tell and Faz have no backstory whatsoever. They are just there to make a couple of jokes every now and then, and that's it. So yeah, story-wise, it's a very bad Gears of War game, but hey, it has awesome action sequences, some cool locations, and we get to see more of JD, Marcus, Baird, and...
Private Augustus Cole, Alpha Squad, sir.
Now, about fan service. Whoa, it's weak, man. It's weak. Now, it's getting better and better with each update, but it's still weird and clearly shows us they don't know much about Gears of War. Either that or they just don't care. You see, Gears of War has a horde mode in which you play against AI monsters, and you can choose between all kinds of Gears of War heroes to play as. Now, one of the most important and one of the most iconic characters in the Gears of War trilogy was Tom. Tom was a close friend of the protagonist Marcus Phoenix. Tom was like a brother to him, so it's quite obvious that Tom is going to be a playable character in Versus and in Horde, right?
Wrong.
We get some kind of random nameless characters to play as, some totally random shit no one asked for. Instead of giving us one of the most loved characters ever, they decided to give us some random shit instead. Amazing. Now, they did listen to fans though, and Tom has been added to Gears 5. Finally, the game has been out for 8 months, but hey, at least we get to play as Tom now. You can't imagine how pissed off my girlfriend was when she found out Tom was missing from Versus and Horde, because she used to play as Tom when we played through the franchise in local co-op. So, including Tom should be a no-brainer. Oh, and instead of giving us Anya, Sam, and Sophia, they decided to give us no-name soldiers and random robots. Anya and Sophia are both female, and Sam is a black woman, so you had the chance to make fans happy and check your diversity boxes at the same time. But you didn't do it. So it really feels like your entire goal was to anger fans because you kind of marketed this as the first Gears women and gays can enjoy. Whoop de fucking do, right? Yeah, well, my girlfriend enjoyed Gears 1, 2, and 3 more than this title, and what you didn't tell SJWs is that while you decided to fuck up the lore to make a new female protagonist, what you didn't tell them is at the same time you cut out a bunch of diverse and well loved female characters. Brilliant. Absolutely freaking brilliant. Anyways, back to Tom. Now, the recent update did give us Tom, but they still fucked it up. Oh, yeah. Tom is only playable in Versus. The recent update gave us Paddock and Tom. Now, Paddock was a playable character in Gears of War Judgment, a prequel to Gears of War 1. But Paddock is nowhere as popular as Cole, Bear, Tom, or Marcus. But get this, Paddock is in Horde. You can level him up, earn skill cards, and enjoy his awesome ultimate ability. But absolutely zero thought went into bringing back Tom, one of the most iconic characters in the franchise. Just goes to show us how much the current developers and writers care and know about the franchise and its fans. In conclusion, if you want to kick a single player third person shooter and you stumbled upon Gears 5 and you are new to the franchise, then do yourself a favor and get the original trilogy instead. It's amazing, and no, I don't have my pink good old days glasses on, because I played through every single Gears of War game back in April and they were amazing. If you are looking for an amazing competitive third person shooter though, get Gears 5. The gameplay is amazing and multiplayer modes have cool twists in them. Honestly, Gears 5 is pretty good. I mean, the story would be fine if it was a standalone game, but it's not. I know I'm repeating myself again, but it's the truth. JD, Marcus, Gage, Bear, and the new Jack are all well written and they are cool. Act 1 and Act 4 are simply amazing, and the co op modes and competitive modes are a bit different, refreshing, and it's pretty tits, you know. Now, as I said, Gears 5, I love it and I hate it. I love it because of the gameplay and because of Marcus, Baird, JD, and Cole, and I hate it because it totally destroyed the lore and they don't give us the classic, loved, iconic characters. What the fuck were you thinking, developers? What the actual fuck were you thinking? Sincerely, a very, very disappointed Gears of War fan.